morning. I'm Zanari Prophet.
And I'm Jada Wise.
And this
is
is
CHS Media, your gateway to what's happening now. Today is April 9th, 2026. Each CHS student is challenged daily to make positive choices, to think analytically, to motivate self and others, while preparing to be college and career ready with at least 12 dual credit hours.
The growth mindset word of the month is determination. Determination is having a strong decision to keep going and not giving up when something is hard.
Seniors, if you would like to apply for the 100 Black Men Scholarship, the deadline is April 17, 2026 at 5 p.m. Further information can be gathered from your counselors or at the front desk. An ACT 20 Plus Club will be established based on your scores from a test. In order to qualify, you must have a 20 or higher as your super score.
The 22 Pearls of Canton Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority has a scholarship available. The essay is on the importance of a college education with a minimum of 250 words, but no more than 350. You must also submit ACT or SAT scores, transcripts with grades through December 2025, and a letter of recommendation from a community leader or school official.
Sophomores and juniors, if you are interested in becoming a United Way ambassador, please contact Mrs. Love. Let's view today's video about the University of Texas, Austin.
Hey guys, congratulations on getting into UT. My name is Michael and I study computer science here. So we want to give you this tour to show you around campus because we know you won't be able to come here during the summer. So to start off this tour, we're here at the UT Tower. It stands 94 meters tall, 27 floors high, one of the tallest buildings on campus. And a fun fact about it is that it lights up burnt orange whenever we win a sports game, which means it doesn't light up too often. I'm just kidding, no, we win a lot. We're actually pretty good. Anyway, let's start the tour. So here is the WCP building. It's what otherwise known as a Student Activity Center. There's a lot of cool food things such as Taco Cabana, Chick-fil-A, and Starbucks. And finally here, the university, they recently renovated this place, which is really nice to study when it's not 100 degrees outside. Study abroad fairs, there's party in the plaza, student org fairs. It has a lot of different things, but where a lot of the physical activity on campus happens is inside the gym. It's pretty happening in there, and there's also an Amazon pickup location, so in case you need to buy something and pick it up on campus. I actually like studying here too, but I study to get swole. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, but let's continue to Jester. All right, so here is Jester. It's one of the largest dorms on campus, and it's probably where most of y'all will be staying at. It kind of looks like a prison from the outside, but don't worry, it looks pretty nice inside. There's a lot of different food options, such as JCL, which is like a food court, a J2, which is a food buffet, and a Wendy's that opens until 3 a.m. in case you and your buddies need to stay up late to study. So here we're at the PCL. It's across the street from Jester, and it's where most people come to study. There's 6 floors here, and some floors are dedicated to quiet studying, some are dedicated to more collaborative stuff. I personally never studied here, but I've heard that during finals week, people will come camp the night just so they can study all night. So here is UT's Pride and Joy. It's probably where most of your tuition money is going. I'm just kidding. It seats 100,000 people, and on game day, it's literally a sea of burnt orange. It's awesome. I remember when I came to my first game, we were cheering at the top of our lungs, cheering for our UT football team. So let's hope that in the fall, there will be a season in which you can cheer on our team. Fingers crossed. All right, so we've arrived at UT's second Pride and Joy, the canoe statue. Yeah, well, I don't know what its purpose is or why it's here, but what I do know is that it's UT's way of saying we're all on the same boat. All right, so here we're at the Student Services Building. It's one of the buildings here in North Campus. If you're here, you might be looking for a nurse, or you might be shopping on the on-campus pharmacy. But when I was here, I did some technical CS interviews. I got PT for my ankle. I even got a flu vaccine, and I even studied here. All Alright, so here we're at Kinsolving. It's an all-girls dorm, but they have a buffet that's open to all students, which I personally like a little bit better than one in Jester. I don't know what the rooms are like, but according to my friends who have stayed here, they say it's pretty nice and pretty spacious. Well, that's it pretty much for North Campus. There's some other buildings, some other dormitories, but let's go to the Union FAC area now. So behind me is another pretty important student hub, the FAC. It's open 24 hours from Monday through Thursday, and it's another place to study. But sometimes it can get kind of loud, so it's not always the best place to be. Behind the FAC is the Union, which is another pretty cool place. It has an underground bowling alley that on Tuesdays you can pay $1 to play, and other food options such as Chick-fil-A, Steak and Shake, Starbucks, and Panda Express. So yeah, it's a cool place to go grab a bite, hang out with your friends, and even study. All right, so here we're at the Littlefield Fountain. It's hopefully where a lot of y'all will be taking your graduation photos in the future. And that's the end of the tour. Hope that was helpful for all of y'all. I really enjoyed walking around campus and showing you guys what campus is all about. And if you had any more questions, feel free to reach out on the links below and we would love to answer them for you. All right, so that's it. Hope to see you guys in the fall. Hook 'em horns.
All right, it's time.
Birthday time.
Put your hands together for birthday time. Happy birthday to Malachi Harding, Tykezia Ross, and James Sanders. Happy birthday again to you all. Now we will have our final words from Principal Jess.
All right, good morning, Canton High School. Just a few announcements as we go ahead and begin our day. I needed to go over a few things in regards to what's coming up. So, as we all know, on today, which is Wednesday, Biology 1 retest, that would be for our senior retesters. So students, this is your opportunity to go in and improve your scores. So we definitely want you guys to do your very best. On Thursday, it will be the Algebra 1 senior retest. So again, we want to make sure that we're supporting our peers, those that's testing, make sure you're present and go in there and just do your best because of course we want you guys to graduate. So in order for that to happen, you have to go in and do your part. All right. Let's see here. On that following week, the week of the 14th and the 15th will be English 2 Part 1 and English 2 Part 2. That will be for the retest as well. So all those things are going on for retest. Now, I need to talk about this real quickly. I'm going to need to meet with a group of students. It's actually going to be a group of seniors and juniors who I need to take the work keys. So with the work keys, your goal is to get a silver. Some of you guys have already taken it and you're real close to it. So when I call you, we're going to go over those logistics and definitely I want you to get in there, take your time on this assessment. Remember also, this goes towards your early release for your juniors and sophomores, etc. If you score silver, that's your way in. Okay, seniors, we're trying to get you guys closer too because some of you guys did not get that mark with your ACT when you had taken that. So, and that was during the district, not away from the campus, but during the district. So with that being said, I will be calling on some of you guys as well to complete the ACT work keys. Tutoring, I know that's still going on. So if you're being called for tutoring, please make sure you are there. Also, faculty and staff, I need your help too. During the afternoon times, we understand that the intercom is not working upstairs. So we're needing you guys to please make sure that you look at your phone and make sure that you know what buses are being called so your students won't get left. We need to make sure that that is happening each and every day as well. During this week, we did decide to do something a little bit different during the cafeteria time. So during that time, students, I'm trying to treat you, you know, like you're in high school. I don't want you all to feel like, oh, I'm in middle school or elementary. No. So I'm trying my best to treat you that way. So I'm monitoring you. I'm monitoring those things that you all are doing. Now, if you get to the point you feel that you're going to do what you want to do anyway, then I'll ease back and we'll go back to the original things that we were doing. So I'm thinking about trying it another week in regards to the things that we had laid out for this week, where you're doing your phone or you listen to music, etc. I'm thinking about going into the next week. So again, it's going to depend on you guys, your actions. I don't like mess. I don't like nonsense. You need to make sure you're doing your work. Make sure you're doing those things you need to do in your classroom. And while I'm thinking about that, progress reports will be out next week. So we're at the midpoint. Students, like we said, this time right here, it's going to go fast. We're almost in May. Seniors, if you look on Facebook, I did do a countdown for you guys. So I think you probably like get 45, 44 days until graduation. So we have all those things in place. Like it's going to be busy. With that being said, let's make sure we're coming to school with a purpose. Stop trying to do things that you know you're not supposed to do. Early release. I had seniors that were trying to skip classes and they skipped a lot of classes. So I'm quite sure, and they should be probably not passing those classes. So I had to change some things with early release. So going forward, you guys would no longer check out at that front desk. You go to the library, Ms. Banks will mark you off. Don't try to do anything, like I said, that you're not supposed to do. If you have work release or whatever it is that's over at the Career Center with Ms. Nichols, work-based learning, if you have that, make sure that you go over first and then you come back to the campus and sign out. That's the way that goes. You don't sign out and then go over there. So we're going to correct all those things. I know it's April, so it took a long time for me to actually pay attention and see it. And it's probably because I wasn't up there. So I'm thinking that you all were doing right, but you weren't. So with that being said, we corrected it. But anyway, so let's make sure we continue to stay focused. And as always, as I continue to say, we are always keeping it real here on Tiger Hill 755. Have a great one.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson.
Here are a few videos from our student body to our principals. Good morning. I'm LaJada Wise.
And I'm Ricky Smith Jr. And this is CHS Media.
This week, we are celebrating Assistant Principal Week.
And these are amazing superheroes. First, we have Miss Jenners Grant.
Mr. Defender Dunnigan.
And last but not least, Miss Knight the Mighty. And this is your AP squad.
Happy Assistant Principal Week.
Happy Assistant Principal Week.
Happy Assistant Principal Week.
Happy Assistant Principals Week.
We want to say to each of you, we appreciate you for all that you do for our student body and school. Those were your announcements. And as always, we are keeping it real on Tiger Hill 755. Have a great one.